to episode 180, maybe the final episode of the All the Books Show, recorded at the Rochester Airport.
That's right. Typically, we're coming to you from the David A. Howe Public Library, but today, Eric and I are waiting for our flight as we head to Seattle for the ALA Midwinter Conference, and Eric is very excited.
It is very snowy, very windy here at the airport, but our flight's not delayed, so they know something I don't by just looking out the window. But I'm Eric Mickles.
I'm Nic Gunning, and we did see a little bit of, I don't want to say, some lollygagging on the road on our way here, where there was some lane changing, cars going off the road, but not us.
A car smashed into a truck, and then that car continued to drive off the road.
Mm-hmm.
But we survived. We swerved a little bit.
Yeah.
But in my panic, I somehow made the right choices.
You did.
So
You did, yep. It brought out the best in you, absolutely. Yeah. So, Eric, let me ask you this. What is your, I know you're not a fan of flying, but I want to ask, what is your... Like, I have a set of things that I'm hoping to do on our long flight across the country to Seattle. So tell me some of your, what did you bring along to do on the plane?
All right, what do I have? I got some comic books.
Okay.
I got my iPad.
What do you got, comic book-wise?
I got some Justice League comics.
Justice League, okay.
Yeah. There's some Wi-Fi sometimes on the planes. I don't know if our little rickety goat carrier will do that.
There was one goat, I told you that. All right, so you got some Justice League. You got a book you're gonna read?
I got some books. I got my Kindle.
All right,
slightly charged.
All right.
I got I guess I brought Brandon Sanderson. I gotta finish that.
Yeah,
I'm tired of talking about it.
Oh, that's right. What's that one called?
Legion
or
Legion. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got the Murder, She Wrote book that I started last week,
right.
Skating on Thin Ice.
Yeah.
I've got my Nook, which is loaded with some graphic novels. I got Betty and Veronica meet Poison Ivy, I think. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got Damien, Son of Batman. I got Wonder Woman. Batman 66 meets Wonder Woman,
right?
Which I'm pretty excited about. I also downloaded quite a bit of content for you and me. I downloaded almost the whole first season of the Matthew Perry, Thomas Lennon Odd Couple.
Wow.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I curated a special Will Riker playlist
of Star Trek
noted
episodes.
Star Trek character Will Riker.
Yeah.
I picked up a Reader's Digest and Tops. I picked up a Star Trek magazine here in the
did.
airport. I got my sparkling water. I got my M&Ms.
Yeah.
Got my Best Pal.
Oh, jeez.
And we're ready.
I'm hungry.
Are you?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's too early to get like a chicken sandwich.
All right.
I'm told. Skating on thin ice is kind of ironic because that's how we're going to take off.
Probably, and land. Yeah, I'm excited. Look, there's a lot of
There's a plane.
specific conference-related things I'm excited for, but I am excited to see the Emilio Estevez movie and attend the Q&A with Emilio Estevez.
We have to watch the movie.
Yeah, we can watch the movie first, yeah, and then there's a Q&A. You excited about that?
Well, that plane made it.
Yeah, that was totally fine. That plane was fine.
You think that's fine?
Look, I'm excited about that. Melinda Gates is going to be there. A lot of good authors, a
Melinda
lot
Gates?
of good contents.
I know Gates McFadden.
No, like Bill and Melinda Gates.
Oh, Bill Gates is going to be there?
Not Bill Gates, Melinda Gates from the Gates Foundation. Anyway,
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff going on. I went to the last ALA I attended was in 2017 when we won the EBSCO Award for Best Rural Library in the country. That was a lot of fun. The conference was really good, and I had a good time in Chicago. I'm looking forward to Seattle. I'm going to try to get you up in the Space Needle. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I can't make any promises. I was doing some research on the Space Needle. I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't think you can tell by just listening to the podcast, but I have a pretty big fear of heights, which doesn't actually apply to flying because I can look out the window of a plane and I'm fine.
Yes.
It's the turbulence of the flight that makes me think the plane is just going to fall straight out of the sky and then I'm trapped in a metal tube.
Well, you're bumming a lot of people out in this airport, so let's keep it under wraps.
But yeah, the Space Needle, that's a heights thing.
Okay.
That's me just being like, no, this is crazy. Why am I up here?
Look, I don't want to go on the Space Needle by myself, but I'll do it.
That plane completely disappeared into that cloud.
Yeah, it
Just tore
did.
off the-
Yep.
But
It's above the clouds.
We don't know its fate.
I want to go to the first Starbucks while we're there.
Right, yeah.
But
This is just a wish list now?
yeah, pretty much.
All
I'm
right,
just listing
I
everything we
looked
want to
up
do.
whale watching.
I want to buy some toothpaste and deodorant when we
Yeah.
land.
Yeah. I looked up some whale watching, but it looks like orcas are not in season, if you will. That's March through like September.
Okay.
So that's a bummer.
I'm looking for ways to step up our programming game here.
Yeah.
I want to try to find some new things.
Here at the Rochester Airport?
No, at the conference. I want to try to find some new things that maybe we haven't thought of. I want to see about some ways to expand like the kind of tech programming that we're doing. So those are some of the main things I'm looking for. What about you? Do you got anything that you're specifically hoping that will be addressed here?
They look here at the Rochester airport.
Again, no, at the conference.
There's a few stuff. I can't totally remember. There was a podcast one I thought would be good for at least one of us to go. Probably me.
Yeah.
Maybe you.
Yeah.
Maybe me.
Maybe.
Maybe both.
Maybe.
We don't have time. But then there's a bunch of YA stuff.
Yeah.
I should probably go to.
Well,
that being my field.
there's a lot to get in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a packed schedule, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to like sit down and map it all out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so our first flight's a couple hours. We're gonna have a layover in Chicago, and then we're gonna finish the flight over to Seattle, which is the farthest west I've ever been. I've never been past Colorado, so
I thought that plane was failing to take off, but I believe it actually just landed.
it's totally fine. Everything's fine. All right, so we'll plan to check in again in Chicago.
Chicago. Well, maybe not. I mean, we only got an hour and 40 minutes, depending on.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
People don't care. Yeah.
All right.
This was our last will and testament.
No. We're on wave 2 of the trip. We did our flight from Rochester to Chicago.
Are you not seeing these elephant stats?
Yes, I am. There's a lot of, what is this, World Wildlife? Wild Aid?
Wild Aid.
Yeah. Sad, very sad animal facts.
Every 15 minutes, an elephant is killed for its tusk. Every 15 minutes.
It's very upsetting.
That means we got 5 hours of elephants left in this world.
I understand.
All right.
I know, it's very upsetting. Pretty successful flight. Eric had his eyes closed most of the time, but you
Yeah.
did it. You were fine.
Yeah.
I actually thought you were just comfortable and happy.
No, if you had looked at my hands, they were constantly sweaty, and I was in a constant state of silent anxiety.
Oh, well, you masked it well, so
Thank you.
congratulations.
That's important.
Let's see, what did I pound through? I watched an episode of Titans.
Yeah.
I finished a Betty and Veronica digest. I read a commemorative Star Trek magazine.
Now, yeah, good.
And I'm still upset that I got the Picard cover, not the Kirk cover.
Sorry.
But you know what we didn't mention? When we were in Rochester, there was a little display from the Strong Video Game Museum
That's true.
section.
Yeah.
We played video game trivia, which
Yeah.
Eric soundly beat me at.
Yeah.
We played Street Fighter, which the outcome was different than that.
Yeah, that was surprising. I was shocked.
I creamed Eric playing with M. Bison. And then he played a little Space Invaders, and I played a little Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So it was good times. Good times
Yeah.
were had.
Here we are, Chicago. We ate some pizza.
We did.
Did we say that?
Yeah. I'll count that as Chicago-style pizza.
Yeah, it was deep dish.
Probably not super authentic, but we
No.
did it. What's your plans for this next flight? Because we started an episode of The Odd Couple.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Keeping my eyes closed seemed to help with some turbulence.
Okay.
So maybe on this go, I'm gonna take some of that PM stuff that you don't think I should take, but I think I'm gonna take it
I'm just worried for you.
because I think I almost fell asleep on this plane. So with a little encouragement,
Okay.
that's all.
All right. Well, I'm planning to listen to some music, listen to some podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe watch some Riker episodes with you if you're up for it. Maybe watch some Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Probably watch some Murphy Brown.
Okay.
Maybe another episode of Titans. Read a little bit of my book, have some snacks, and that's about it.
Not to stress listeners out,
Yeah.
but I brought my classic iPod, but I did not bring my iPod cord. And if you think there's a chance to find an iPod adapter in 2019, you are incorrect.
And I can tell you for a fact because we've stopped at every kiosk in the O'Hare Airport trying to find an iPod charger from what year would you say? When was the peak of that iPod charger?
2007?
Okay, so more than 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we didn't find it.
No.
We didn't find it, but maybe we'll have better luck in Seattle.
I got one at home.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we turn it over?
I don't know. Just tip your stewardess. If you see somebody reading a book that you've also read, it's not inappropriate to say something.
That's true.
But if you don't say something, you then can't say something no matter how many
True.
times you see that person
That's true.
2 hours after the flight.
Our seatmate was reading Neil Gaiman's American Gods, and Eric wanted to say something about it, and he didn't. And we've continued to run into this group over and over again, and now it's too late. It would
To
be,
the point
it would be
where
weird.
I recognize not only the person who read the book, but their friends.
Yeah.
And when one of them was looking for their friends, I almost pointed them out to them, and I was like, that's not what humans do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to get out of the city.
You can't turn it off.
No.
I was in Walmart the other day, and there was a lady trying to reach a CJ Box book, and I was like, actually, that's just a reprint of the first book. Whole conversation about the CJ Box series,
Yeah.
and she ultimately didn't get it. So I guess as librarians, we're never off the clock. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, all right. I guess please be ivory free.
Absolutely.
Because poaching steals from us all.
Yeah, the soap is fine, but elephant tusks are
No.
not.
No.
Ivory
Wait.
soap? Ivory soap's all right.
It's not made out of ivory.
It's
is
not.
it?
No, it's
Okay.
not. No. Anyway,
All
all right. Pro ivory
It's
soap.
made out of leopard fur.
Exactly. All right. We'll see you in Seattle. Well, after quite an adventure, we're finally here in our hotel.
Yep. We made it through tornadoes
No.
and hurricanes.
No.
Snowstorms.
You're exaggerating.
And I think Mount St. Helen went off again right when we were over it.
Listen, I know how you feel about flying. And I know that's stressful for you. But I think, and maybe you'll agree with me, that the worst leg of our trip was the lift ride from the airport.
Yeah, he means lift
to the hotel.
Lyft.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's just how traffic is here in the city of Seattle, or if our Lyft driver was just bad. I don't want to say dumb, because he might be listening to
That's
this.
true. He might.
He might put it together who we were.
Mean, I'm just like already so exhausted from like the trip, and I kind of thought like, okay, we just get a quick ride, and then we could just be at the. But that was supposed to be like a half-hour ride. It was over an hour.
Yeah.
And it's partially because there was an accident, and partially because part of the highway is shut down. But it was like
he just kept picking a different direction,
just like moving. So like. Adding up, but anyway, let's talk about what we read and or did. It's like an extended bookmark.
I just watched 6 episodes of Odd Couple with Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry Odd Couple. And you never seen it before.
No.
And did you like it?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's definitely like a CBS laugh track kind of sitcom, but I feel like it's funnier than it should be.
Yeah,
is how I feel about
it. That's true. I listened to a playlist I had.
Yeah.
And then I waited till we landed.
I thought you did fine.
Thanks, man.
I really did.
Thanks.
I mean, I could tell sometimes when you were tense. But,
yeah.
I think overall, I thought you were pretty.
I started screaming and
like,
they're all gonna die! Pray to whatever God you believe in!
Yeah. So. Well, what did I do? Let's see. I watched an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah.
I also watched 6 episodes of The Odd Couple.
I made the mistake of turning my head just as somebody on your episode was having a baby through their back.
Through their back, yeah. Star Trek Voyager. What are you gonna do?
That's Voyager, right?
Yeah. I feel like I read some of my Murder, She Wrote book.
Yeah.
I never really found a magazine.
Sorry,
it was a rough time. But anyway, we're here. We're gonna unpack. We're gonna go and check into the conference, and we did it. No more traveling for a while.
All
right. So we're back at the hotel after our first full day of the conference.
Woo!
So let's see. What did we end up? I know. I'm sorry. All right, here, I'll come.
No, don't come on the bed.
All right. So
the maid's gonna walk in.
last night, after we got everything settled, after we got unpacked, after that super long lift ride, we went down to the conference center.
Yeah, we did.
We got our name tags. We signed in and everything.
Yeah.
We explored the exhibition room floor, which is great. Honestly, that's one of my favorite parts of these conferences. Just seeing all the different. We saw the Cersei Dynex people. We saw the Brodart people. We saw the Libby people. All sorts of like the services that we use every day, plus like new things, a lot of authors, all the publishers are there, so many advanced reader copies and like things that are coming out. So really, I mean, that was pretty exciting all around. That first night, I think we met a couple of authors.
We met Danielle Page, who is writing the new Mira.
I think Mira.
Yeah. The new Mira graphic novel. The
Mira
one for,
Tidebreaker, yes.
YAs. You probably read it.
It is YA. Yes, I did. Yeah, I got it.
Nick just disappeared, and then he came back and had read Mira.
And then read Mira. You know, it's funny because I just read the I don't know, like not the adult version, but there's a Mira graphic that's her first like standalone, which I just read, and I think that had an advertisement for this, and I was like, oh, I want to read that too. So I actually didn't realize that Danielle Page was going to be here, so it was cool to meet her. We both got copies of the book, which was cool. I read it and I really enjoyed it. So I think it's definitely worth a read. One we should have in our collection. So that was
get
cool.
it. Jeez.
You meet anybody else that night?
That I kind of met Holly Goldberg, Sloan, and Meg Wolitzer, and I had to grab the book because the book was handed to me.
Yeah.
They were like, "Do you want your book signed?" And I was like, "I don't have a book. Like, you can have this one." I'm like, "I don't have money." They're like, "It's free." I'm like, "Who's signing it?" Yeah. So I definitely made that poor like PR woman's day.
Yeah.
Taking worse.
Yeah. I didn't meet her last. I met her earlier today. And I had just read, so the book we're talking about right now is The Night Owl from Dogfish by Holly Goldberg Sloan.
Two Night Owls from Dogfish.
Oh, thank you, yeah. Holly Goldberg Sloan is mostly known as a film writer. She wrote Angels in the Outfield. which I loved as a child,
Yeah.
that movie.
But,
Meg
wait, no, that's the
Wolitzer.
Lion King thing.
Meg Wolitzer has written many things, most recently The Female Persuasion, which I just read a few months ago. So I chatted with her about that a little bit when I met her. I got my book signed, and that was pretty exciting. And then there wasn't much as far as like conference-y things in the evening.
No.
So we just kind of made the rounds, got the lay of the land, got our stuff, came back here.
Yeah, but then night fell.
Yeah.
The sun rose.
Yeah.
Boom. Conference.
Yeah.
We were there.
Back at the
Yeah.
conference. And actually, I met a whole lot more authors.
Yeah.
So I went to a couple of the sit-down sessions. Always hit and miss with the sit-down sessions, but
Sure.
usually you glean something useful. I always enjoy just like being around other people who like do our same jobs. That's kind of, I mean, that's
almost the exact opposite
well,
for me.
okay. I mean, yeah, sometimes it has that effect too, but it's nice when you find like a little cohort that sort of feels the way you do and is doing the same kind of thing. But
Sorry.
anyway, so yes, so that's when I met Meg Wolitzer. I met Debbie McCumber.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Debbie McCumber.
Yeah.
She was there.
We're always talking about Debbie
I
McCumber,
know.
but-
She was there signing audiobook copies of her Cottage by the Sea, which, as you recall, is one that's on my list, one I wanted to read. So I stood in the line, I got my copy signed, told her how much I liked Dashing Through the Snow. She seemed both surprised and delighted to have someone who was like under 60 and a man in her line to get signed.
Yeah.
So, that was fun. Who else did you meet?
I met Kwame Alexander.
Yes, you did.
He
tell that
the
whole
crossover
thing. Yeah.
and booked, and he was signing for Swing, which is his newest book. And I told him that now I basically always use the crossover as like a 7th grade book club book, and that the kids always love it. And he seemed happy. And I told him he made one of the girls cry with his book with the ending of the crossover, and he asked her name and everything, and I got my camera out, and he did this whole video. He's like, look, I'm sorry about the ending, I felt the same way too, but you gotta let the story play out. Also, your librarian rocks. And I was like, thanks, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And she's a regular, so like you'll be able to show her this video.
She can see this.
That's just I love that. I think that is so cool that she's gonna have this video.
He just had me do that.
Just
and
had it
everything,
locked
so.
and loaded.
But yeah, he was fun. We also met Laureen Miracle. Am I saying that?
Lauren
Miracle.
Yeah. DC Comics is doing they have a new imprint at DC Inc.
Yeah, I grabbed I got an advanced copy of Raven. I got an advanced copy of Under the Moon, a Catwoman tale. So we'll have to get all of these.
We met the author there, Lauren Miracle. When I was there signing, they were passing out cat ears, and they said you had to wear the cat ears to get your book signed. So I definitely wore cat ears.
I didn't have to wear my cat ears.
I know you didn't.
I have them. Yeah.
You escaped that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was cool. She loved that I was wearing the cat ears. These aren't ones we can add to the collection. These are advanced reader copies, but so we got a couple of those.
We will. Gosh.
I went to
Where
one.
you going?
I'm just grabbing this other book here. I went to one about basically adapting from other media, and Ian Doscher was there. Who's you're familiar with him from his William Shakespeare. Like
Star Wars,
basically, Star Wars. I guess parody is not quite the right word, but he takes the Star Wars saga. So he's done all 8 movies of the episodes so far,
right? And
has adapted them as if they were Shakespeare plays. And they're expertly done. I mean, if you look at those things, I mean, it really takes great care to do that. So this one, he was talking about his upcoming adaptation of Mean Girls called Much Ado About Mean Girls. Where he takes...
Yeah, you showed me this, and then you didn't have a copy for me.
I'm sorry, they were only giving out one.
All right, well, I got one.
Did you get it signed?
No, he was gone by then. He was gone by then.
But I'm burying the lead here because this is the one that he was promoting, but he also let slip that he's doing Back to the Future.
That's funny.
Which, as you know, Back to the Future to me is what Jurassic Park is to you.
Yeah.
So I was super excited about it. So I got in the line and chatted with him a little bit about the Back to the Future adaptation. It sounds like he did some cool things, and he loves Back to the Future, as I do. So I think that's going to be really good because he loves the source material.
Yeah.
And he was saying about Mean Girls that he felt like, it was one he knew, but it wasn't like one he grew up with. And like as a man, he thought... he was kind of nervous about adapting something that's so female-driven. And so he said he hit a lot of allusions to great female historical figures throughout, which I think is kind of a cool thing to do. So
seems very what's the right word?
I don't know.
I don't know. Concerned. Mean Girls is great.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, good times.
You're kind of a Regina.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's Rachel McAdams.
I guess. Yeah,
she's great.
She's famous. You know what? I got an ARC copy of Daisy Jones and the Six. which I really wanted. That was the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
This is my to read list. This is about, it's a fictional account of like this huge 70s band. And it is done, I'm probably 100 pages into this thing. And it's so impressive the way that it just really feels like one of these as told to memoirs. So I'm loving that.
Nice.
Did you meet anybody else?
No. Did I?
Okay, I don't know. I met Ridley Pearson. You know, Eric, you started me down this path of reading Super Sons.
Yeah, I did.
As you know.
You're welcome.
And thank you. And this is, he's doing a new one. Again, this is part of the DC Inc. And it's out of continuity. It's the Super Sons characters, so son of Superman, son of Batman, in a very different setting. And this is the first of a 3-part series based on these characters. I know that was a little scoop I got from him at the signing. So this is really good. And of course, he's written many other things. Some of my favorite that he's written would be the Peter and the Starcatchers series that he wrote with Dave Barry. So we chatted about that a little bit. And I had actually read this because I got it the night before and read it quickly. And so I was able to talk to him about it. He seemed pleased to know that I enjoyed it, even though I'm not a child. Yeah. So that was cool. And I don't know, anything else you want to...
I got a lot of comic books.
Yeah,
we went to Image and Dynamite, and I was excited. I grabbed a lot. I'm going to read them all.
Okay.
But I was excited because I found out Street Angel, I'm holding it right now, is back. And
I don't know what this is. I know you're very excited about it, but I'm not familiar with it.
Street Angel was this just hilarious comic that I read as a teenager, and it was like only 5 issues, and he never did anything with it. But the lady at the booth said he's back and he's doing other stuff, so it's so funny.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you all about it when we finish recording this.
All right.
You probably think I'm joking. But
no, I don't.
There's he has this character called Aphrodisiac, who is this kind of like blaxploitation character, who's now older, but we're seeing his like flashbacks and everything, and he's fighting like the first computer, and it's so funny because he punches the computer, and the computer just says does not compute, and you don't think that's funny, but it's hilarious because he's just punching like an original Mac.
Right.
Like a gray Mac. It's
compute.
funny, yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, whatever.
It's funny. No, I'm with you.
So, and there were ninjas in it, and
cool.
pirates, and okay, go on.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That you only read one.
No, I haven't read any.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I got John Wick.
I understand. I misunderstood.
I got John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick's a comic. I got this James Bond Origins.
That's cool.
By Jeff Parker.
All right.
Pathfinder Comics, the Nancy Drew comic that you Nick asked me, because I asked him, I said, Nick, are you going to read this Nancy Drew graphic novel? And Nick says to me, why would I read a Nancy Drew graphic novel? As if you don't like teen sleuths and you don't like graphic novels.
Well, okay. I mean, okay. I get it. Nancy Drew is like retro. I like retro things, but I've never like read a Nancy Drew book. I've never like seen any of the movies or adaptations of it. I just have no connection to Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys.
Well,
But you're right. I like Johnny Quest or Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I'm all in. So I get it. I get where you're at.
Okay.
Let's see. And finally, remember just last week we were talking about upcoming books, and I caught several of them here. But I met Martha Hall Kelly, who wrote Lilac Girls, and right now is promoting Lost Roses, which is coming out, historical fiction. Lilac Girls was hugely popular. She was very nice. We chatted for a while on that. I got
sorry.
My wife's a fan of that book, so I got her a signed copy of that as well. So neat. Overall, I think it's been a pretty. I feel like energized. I feel good. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice. And now we're just we're taking a little respite because we're gonna go back to the conference. And tonight we're gonna see an advanced screening of Emilio Estevez's new film, The Public.
And then we're gonna see an advanced screening of Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, so. Emilio Estevez himself is gonna come out. So we're gonna do that a little later, and we'll report back.
All right, bye.
Quack. That excitement you're hearing is because we just got back from spending a lovely evening with Sir Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Has he been knighted?
Has Emilio Estevez been knighted? No, I don't think any of the Estevezes have been knighted.
So just Estevez.
Or the Sheens.
All right, so just regular old Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I am a fan of Emilio Estevez's
directorial.
I am, yeah. Bobby, as I've mentioned many times, one of my favorite films. The Way, one he did with Martin Sheen, also great movie. So I was really excited about seeing this. It's Alec Baldwin, it's Christian Slater, Jenna Malone, who is there tonight. Emilio's in it. Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
So a pretty good cast. So the
Jenna.
I said that, Jenna Malone.
There we go. Yeah.
She was there. Both she and Emilio Estevez were there afterwards and did a Q&A. So we're walking there, and we run into our old colleague, Katura Capodonia, formerly of the David A. Howe, now working at STLS. Just ran into her on the street. So she came with us, and we all sat down for this screening.
Yeah, she was shilling watches, and we were like, just come to the movie.
Yeah, we were like, just, you don't want to do that.
We got to buy a Rolex.
Yeah. I guess I'm a little afraid to ask you on mic what you thought of the film.
Oh. I liked it.
Yeah.
But, okay. So the movie is about a public library that gets an Occupy movement going because there's an extreme cold snap that's happening this week, and the homeless don't have anywhere to go because all the shelters are full up. And so they have an Occupy moment to stay in the library that night to avoid the cold, and the cops get involved, and the district attorney, played by Christian Slater, gets involved, and it kind of becomes a escalating situation.
Yep. Emilio Estevez's character plays one of the librarians who is in with the men who are occupying the library, and he sort of gets wrapped up in the story and is trying to resolve it. And kind of sides with those who are seeking shelter in the library.
Has some pacing problems. Has some could cut out maybe 20 minutes, but it's pretty good.
Oh, right. I guess. I think if you're gonna sit down and like really critique it like as a film, there are certainly things that like I would go in and tweak. And I know it's still a work in progress, so who knows what the how different the final result, because this is screened also at the last ALA conference in New Orleans, whatever that one was, and this is a pretty different version than they saw the last time. So they're continuing to like play it to audiences and test things out. So I have a feeling that the release in April is going to be slightly different than this one. But anyway, I thought the topic was very thought-provoking and topical. Yeah. And so that part I enjoyed, and I think Emilio is a good filmmaker. So I was excited to see it. Like I think it was a neat thing to do. And then he came out afterwards and did a Q&A. A couple of rude questions in there, if I'm going to be honest. A couple of questions.
You can't get a bunch of introverts who aren't great at
about it. The lady who was like, "It's supposed to be cold, but nobody looked cold to me." Yeah. And like, you can't barricade off a whole library. There's lots of different doors. I just wanted to be like, Emilio, on behalf of all of the other librarians in the room, please accept my humblest apologies. But it did bring up some interesting topics, and I think this is a project he's been working on, he said, for 12 years. He's very knowledgeable about the issues around it. He's done a ton of research. So I really respect that he went in and like really, I feel like, got a good sense of that. And I did feel like, I mean, of course, our library is not nearly as metropolitan as the Cincinnati Public Library. I mean, the issues.
How so?
Well, like we face different issues and different challenges, but so it's not like it's a completely directly applicable issues that are presented there. But I did feel like he did a good job of sort of getting to the core of like, some of the duties and the responsibilities that we have, and that I did really appreciate, like professionally, to sort of see that represented on film in a pretty accurate way. Right. I appreciated that. I liked that. Yeah. So I thought overall it was a really good experience. I hope the film does well. Yeah. I hope we can get him on the podcast to talk about it. Frankly. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Anything else you want to say about the public?
No, it was good.
All right. Yeah. He said it's coming out in April in a wider release. It'll be in theaters.
Yeah, like 200 theaters, I think.
Yeah, so you might have to do some drive-in to see it, but eventually it'll be out on DVD, and of course we'll have it then. But I think it's definitely worth a watch. So if you have a chance to see it, I would recommend seeing it. Yeah. And I had a good time tonight. So,
sorry, I keep yawning into the...
I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know. Tomorrow, I'm determined to find some time to see that Space Needle.
All right.
Are you going up?
Probably not.
All right. Hey, this is Nick recording solo because Eric didn't want anything to do with coming up to the top of the Space Needle. But spoiler alert, I'm at the top of the Space Needle. So we did some conference stuff this morning. Went to the exhibition room. We went to a DC booth where we each won some DC Comics swag. So we're really excited about that. Then we took the nice long walk on the lunch break here. Got to the Space Needle, and Eric took one look at it and said, no way. But I'm at the top. I did the loop, saw the ocean side, saw the other things. I'm above the Chihuly Museum right now. I went down on the glass floor observation deck. It was not spinning because it's under construction, but it was still pretty cool to stand on the glass and look down and just basically be like floating is what it feels like. Of course, the top is all angled and leaned out, so you can sort of lean on it and feel like you're just hovering in the air, which is pretty cool. It's a neat experience. It's you can see the reflection of the needle from the inside, so that kind of reminds you that you're actually on the Space Needle, because once you're in here you can't really like see it anymore, so it sort of feels like just being high in a building. But the curved glass and the glass bottom floor on the slightly lower level are definitely worth seeing. So I'm glad I did it. I think Eric probably made the right choice, because picturing him up here, I think he probably would be a mess and would not be able to enjoy it, and I probably wouldn't be enjoying it either. So anyway, we'll record a little bit more when we're together on the ground, where Eric feels much more comfortable and confident. All right, check in later.
Welcome back. Nick has just returned from being high up in the sky, where no man is supposed to just be standing. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. You're just standing on it.
Yeah.
If nobody's ever seen the Space Needle, needle is accurate because it is just... Well, it's just a bar that leads up. You go up on an elevator. Was the elevator see-through?
Yeah, it was.
Son of a... Okay. No, thank you. And then you went on the platform?
I sure did.
That
yeah.
was glass?
Yeah.
Nick, I was just staying down here in the gift shop because I'm not supposed to be up there. And Nick sent me a picture of his feet on the glass looking down, and I almost fell out of the bench and had somebody come over and resuscitate me.
Yeah.
So...
Well, how was your time down here in the gift shop?
It was fine. I just hung out on my phone.
Okay.
So obviously I had the lesser of an experience, but I don't think anyone would have enjoyed me up there, me included.
Did you pick up some swag down here?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yes. Sorry. I'm so hungry. I got these like wooden postcards.
That's
so
cool.
Hopefully Kendra has received them before she listens to this.
Oh. Postcards take forever, so definitely she will not receive them.
Well, I'm not mailing them.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. What about your sweet hat?
Yeah, I got this sweet hat. It's like it's green, right? Green and like dark
green
blue.
and blue and black.
Yeah.
It says Seattle, Washington. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Wait, are these the Seahawk colors?
It's not a Seahawk hat. If that's,
I know,
if that's what
but
you're
now
asking.
I'm worried I gotta.
I think they're just Seattle colors.
Oh, okay,
just
that's
like
fine.
blues and greens.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, it's very warm. I left my hat in my car before we left.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
I got a nice wooden bookmark. I got some.
No, you didn't. I did.
What?
Wooden bookmark.
Yeah.
Postcards.
Yeah. I got a nice wooden bookmark.
Yeah.
I got some souvenirs for my wife, and my brother, and my son.
Yeah.
Almost got a sweatshirt. Decided it looked too thin. Decided to pass.
Did you tell them that I don't know? I mean, you told me that you told them I was just down here being a baby, but like when we
I wasn't mean about it.
Okay, when we were walking to the Space Needle, it felt like we were just continuously moving forward to the needle and yet never actually getting to it. Because we just kept going around in circles, it felt like. And then finally...
Well, we'd be like, here it is, but then there'd be a building in our way, so we'd have to like go down 2 blocks.
Yeah, and then there we were, finally. So now we're going to maybe find a ramen shop?
Yeah, that's the thing. We passed a ramen shop that looked like good for lunch, but we've turned so many times that we might just have to live at the Space Needle forever.
Yeah, hopefully we bump into Emilio Estevez and he can help us out.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be really good. All right, I guess that's it for now.
All right.
I give the Space Needle 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
I had a nice fruit salad while I was up there as well.
You have bought a fruit salad every 10 minutes.
I need fruit.
Yeah, everybody does. I'm not sure. I feel like you're having more than your daily, but Nick's sick.
Did I tell everyone Eric was afraid to go on the Space Needle? I don't know if I...
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to take back the narrative. All right. All right, we'll check in again. After the triumph at the Space Needle, we went back to the conference, did more conferencey things, which we won't get into because I don't think anybody else would find them interesting. And then anything else? What else did we do? It was exciting. We met some more authors. We got some more. We got some things we can add to the collection.
Right.
We got some advanced reader copies that we can peruse ourselves. And recommend. And then post conference.
You mean
what did we do?
Post Sunday,
yeah.
You just want me to say what's
yeah,
but okay. I kept waiting for you to. Okay.
Yeah.
Nick and I just saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, we did.
So, there's that.
Yep.
Saw it because it's probably the last of the Oscar noms that I need to see and Nick needs to see. That's probably like worth seeing on a big screen. But like big screen worthy. Everything else just seems like, yeah, I can watch this on my TV, which is why the industry's failing and blockbusters are taking over everything. But whatever. Sorry, Sally.
So we're like, well, we could go see a movie, and then we kind of settled on Bohemian Rhapsody, and then the long walk there, we were like, neither of us want to see this. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's just gotten. It had like bad reviews.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess, and Bryan Singer seems to be a monster now. Yeah. Or always has been.
Yeah, I mean, I like Queen, but nothing about the movie looked interesting to me.
I like Queen.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the movie, but I think that it feels more like a made-for-TV.
I mean, I've said it a few times to you, so you're probably sick of hearing this now. But the movie does two things to me. It makes me want to watch a Queen documentary.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to watch live concert footage.
Yeah.
Because they promote it like crazy, that it's a big. The end is the big Live Aid performance that Queen did, and apparently you can now like see the 20-minute performance that wasn't shown in theaters. But it's the big Live Aid performance is it's filmed shot for shot, like the actual event. So Rami Malek is
like the Vince Vaughn remake of Psycho, which everyone loves.
Rami Malek is just following the movements of Freddie Mercury on screen, which I guess that's impressive, but it doesn't seem like that's anything more than just playing like Just Dance on the Wii. And then because all the singing is Freddie Mercury in it, they're lip syncing to it. All of Rami Malek's like performances on stage are just kind of like lip sync battles, and like he's fine in character moments, but yeah, I just was kind of like, is this really like that? It's just kind of, I don't know, mimicry. It's just following the directions, I guess.
Well, and more than that too, I just think the whole like approach to the film was mimicry. I mean, it's just beat for beat.
You haven't seen Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Oh no.
But if you've seen that film, it's the same movie of Bohemian Rhapsody. I cannot imagine that Freddie Mercury's life and that Queen's journey was the exact same beat for beat moments as that John C. Reilly comedy. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad we saw it, but I didn't particularly enjoy it.
It was nice sitting there and listening to Queen songs. That was the best part. Like, nice. I'm gonna go listen to more Queen music.
Right.
But yeah, as a Queen fan, I guess it was just like I would have preferred just to sit down and watch the Live Aid performance for real.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. Monday is the last day of the conference, and it's only a partial day. So today was really like our final like full day of conferencing. First thing tomorrow morning, we're doing Youth Media Awards, and then after that, who knows? The world is our oyster. So we'll check back in. Well, we did it. It's done.
It's over. I'm sorry, nothing is over.
You're right. Every ending is a new beginning.
That's true.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So today was the last day.
Yeah, it was.
Woke up. I didn't feel that it was early because I still haven't adjusted to being on Seattle time.
Right.
But we had to be there by like 7:30 a.m.
Yeah. My body still decided it wanted to stay up till 3 a.m., even though I tried convincing it. I'm like, no, this is 6 a.m. It's like, not what the clock says.
You didn't want it.
Should have changed the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if that would have worked. If I just put the wrong clock time everywhere, if my body would have been like, oh, well, it is 3.
Probably.
Yeah.
So let's see. So we got up at 7:30, ran down there, and got pretty good seats.
Yeah,
so
great seats.
So if you're not familiar with the Youth Media Awards, it's when they announce all basically the Children's Literature Awards. So most well-known would be the Caldecott and the Newbery, which they saved for last. But other things in there as well. The Theodore Seuss Geisel Award is what I'm always interested in. Audiobook Awards, the YA Award, the Prince Award, and many others that they have all the information on. And actually, our track record is pretty good. We had most of these winners.
And noms.
Yeah, we did.
So
and the
nominations
as well.
So
we won't get into that now because Kate always joins us for our recap of the Youth Media Awards, but this time we were actually there, so that makes it more fun. And Kate was watching the live stream, so it was like it was one big happy David A. Howe Public Library family watching that.
Yeah.
So both Kate, we all had some feelings, I think, about some of the winners. We were like, what?
Yeah.
But we won't get into that now.
All right.
I thought it was really fun to be there, to like, because it's a big deal, the Newbery, the Celtic and stuff. So to like be there right when they were announcing it was really fun. Now don't confuse that for me saying that sitting through the awards ceremony was fun, because it most decidedly was not.
Okay. Wow.
But did you? Was there any that? Well, save it for next week.
Yeah, save it for next week.
Yeah, you're right. So so after that, we visited the exhibition hall, closing ceremony. We went to an image comic panel. We ran over to the DC booth, grabbed some. They were like, we're not taking anything with us, so anything we still have.
Yeah, I'm a little perturbed about that. I spent all weekend, I'm like, so you're giving stuff away? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, and then the next day I was like, so you said you were giving stuff away. What time are you giving stuff away? She's like, probably around 12 when we start shutting down. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And we got there at 12.
No, we got there at 11:30.
At 11:30, and everything was all gone.
Basically.
I grabbed Sandman, Preludes and Nocturnes, because I don't have it to go with all my Sandman.
Yeah.
Not Preludes and Nocturnes, the new one. The one that just came out.
I know what you mean. I can't think of it.
And then... I can't remember what else I got.
Everything else was gone. I don't think you got more than that.
That from the DC one?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I got the Batman Wedding.
Yeah.
And Omega Man, which is a Green Lantern story. Then we got some stuff from the Boom booth as well.
Boom!
You got a Power Rangers one.
I got a Power Rangers one.
Pretty excited.
Found out that Nick doesn't connotate the Dragon Zord with Tommy.
I don't.
The Green Ranger
I just
Power
don't think
Rangers.
about it. I just don't think about it.
But yeah, it says the final morphing time on the back, and or the last morphing time on the back, and I was like, huh, that tagline is oddly working for me. I was like, yeah, the last morphing time.
Right in. So it was nice yesterday because we had some time to really explore, and today after the stuff, we went down to the public market and really like dug around there. What did we see? We saw some. Well, we went down to the water. We had breakfast at a cool little breakfast joint.
Yeah.
We found the original Starbucks.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Which they like to point out is not technically, because
the
the original one burned down. But it was very retro, and I was not in the mood for coffee at all, but I still bought one.
Yeah.
I had to have one. So that was cool. We got some pictures there. And then we hopped on the monorail. And then we went over to the Pop Culture Museum, which has a name, and I don't remember what it was. But
does it?
I will have to look it up. But anyway, so we went down to the monorail. Was cool. I liked it. I know you don't like heights, but I liked riding the monorail there.
Yeah.
The museum was amazing.
Yeah, it was cool.
We knew that they were doing a special Marvel exhibit, so I was excited about that. Though I was not prepared for the amount of actual
a lot of
costumes.
Yeah, costumes.
The Iron Man armor
as worn by. The 3 different Iron Man armors from the movie.
Yeah.
A bunch of real props and everything.
Yeah, a lot of original hand drawn that.
Yeah.
Frank Miller's Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Frank Miller's Wolverine.
Yeah, there's a lot of I mean, just the original Fantastic Four pages. It's crazy.
Not to mention Fantastic Four issue 1 was there.
Yeah.
Marvel Comics issue 1. I mean, to see those in person was crazy.
Yeah. So see all the copy edits and everything that was done.
Yeah, you can see all little pencil marks and
whiteout
pasted on top. It was I think it was amazing, honestly. I just can't. Yeah, I couldn't believe seeing all that stuff.
Yeah, Nick was surprised with the Marvel stuff, but his mind was blown later on when we went to the we went to the sci-fi section.
It was everywhere I turned.
Yeah,
there was the Terminator, there was his jacket, there was Darth Vader's lightsaber
from Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. There was Greedo, the Greedo costume was there from Star Wars. We had Mork's costume from Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, Nick saw. I mean, we both did, but Nick was very excited because they had Dorothy's costume from Wizard of Oz.
Dorothy's costume, the Cowardly Lion, one of the guards, the witch's hat.
Yeah.
They had three hoverboards from Back to the Future Part 2. Picard's phasers from First Contact.
Indiana Jones jacket and hat from Last Crusade.
Spock's original tunic from the original series.
From the pilot.
I just couldn't believe it.
From the original pilot.
Yeah, I stole it, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But it was mind-boggling. Yeah. It really was. All the stuff they had, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So we spent a good long time there. Yeah. And that was kind of expensive to get in there, I thought. But then, once we were in there, I was like, no. I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
I definitely did. So a lot of fun pictures of that. And then we were basically exhausted. from the conference and all that. So we pretty much just went back to the room, got some food.
Yeah. We learned a few things about each other.
Gal.
Nick does not understand why, when you're staying in a hotel, you might turn on the TV and just watch a sitcom.
Look, I understand if you're going to sit down and watch a sitcom. I don't understand just having it on 24/7 when you're in the room. I don't get that. Like you, I don't know, you took a bath or you were in the shower or something. You were gone for a long time.
Yeah.
You came back out and you were like upset that the TV was off.
You had turned it off while I was gone.
Reading. I was just there. I was listening to music.
It's just crazy.
I was listening to music and reading.
We were watching Futurama, and I rolled over to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And turned off my light and everything.
Turned off your light. You put the pillow over your
suddenly,
head.
I hear rain noises because Nick had turned on his sleep app, and I look up and he's turned off Futurama.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't want to fall asleep to Futurama in a hotel.
I don't.
You're crazy.
I don't.
So
anyway.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. It's prepping us for when we watch the next 6 episodes of The Odd Couple, I think. Yeah. That's what we learned.
Yeah.
You really were quick to call me the Felix in the situation, which...
But apparently a lot of the things I thought you were doing, the maids were doing.
Yeah, that's
at the
true.
hotel.
That's
true. To help.
Yeah, you're right. So. You're absolutely right. Overall, I think it was a good experience at the conference.
Yeah.
It's kind of grueling in a way, like... A lot of walking, a lot of now this room, now go to this room, now go to this room. It's a lot of information. So it is kind of exhausting. So that's why the fun stuff we did, I feel like really was a good offset.
Yeah.
It was really cool, I think, to get some of the advanced reading copies that we have, to get kind of a leg up on what's coming out this year, basically, like seeing it all firsthand. Being there for the Youth Media Awards, kind of hearing what other people are doing, seeing little things that we can grab and sort of apply to our own library. So I think it was a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah? You feel the same way?
Same.
Overall?
I do.
All right. Are you excited about flying tomorrow?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. Remember, we have to get up real early for that.
Yes.
That's 4:30? We're leaving 4:30?
Yes.
4:30 a.m. for the big long flight.
I'm not doing it.
All right. We'll check in then.
Hey everybody, we're in Chicago.
We made it. We made it back.
Yeah.
So we got up this morning about 4 o'clock.
I think I got up at 4:30.
Yeah, you got up later.
Did you turn my alarm off?
No.
Oh, did I?
I have no idea.
Huh. Okay, I
don't know.
No memory of this morning.
I got out of the shower and you were still sound asleep. That's all I know.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, we did that. We took a lift. This time, this guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it was so fast.
It was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Going 75 the whole way.
Yeah.
Just easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So that was fine. Then we got to the airport. No troubles. Got some breakfast. Hopped on the plane. Eric was in a quiet
I took
cocoon
some
the whole time.
I took some NyQuil pills.
You really seemed asleep to me.
I know. Well, I was
twitching, just everything.
I was in that stage where you're not asleep, but you might as well be. So it's kind of annoying that you're not. I was aware. But it was kind of nice because every time the plane shook, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, I got two more.
All right. Well, so then, what did you do on the plane? What was your plane activity?
What was my plane activity?
You were listening to stuff, right?
I was just listening to my Overclocked remix, video game remixes. Very nice. A lot of them are very relaxing and ambient, so that helps.
Yeah, that does help.
You're gone. And I've been listening to a lot of them since I was 16, so I just know those songs inside and out, and it's just kind of I don't know, watching a movie that you've seen, except in minutes.
Comforting.
I'm rambling. The effects of the previous NyQuil still working a little bit.
Okay. Well, I powered through some things. I finished the Batman Catwoman wedding issue that I picked up at the DC booth.
Good job.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you liked it more than I did.
There's not I don't think you can end that story in a satisfying way, but I think most things leading up to it were pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm still reading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid and loving it. And then I started another advanced reader copy that we got there, the Raven book by Cami Garcia, who wrote Beautiful Creatures. Did you know that?
Yeah, Beautiful Creatures, The Dangerous Creatures, and she did something else with somebody. This isn't the first graphic.
Okay.
I think I can't remember.
It's pretty good. I'll probably finish this on the next plane and maybe start in on that Catwoman one we got by Lauren Miracle. So I did that. I watched 2 Star Trek episodes, a Next Gen and a Voyager.
How long was our flight?
At least, it was 3 hours, so almost 4 hours.
That NyQuil's something else.
I know, it did the trick. That's what I'm saying.
The All the Book Show endorses NyQuil.
Yeah.
No.
We did have some turbulent moments. There was a time where I was lifted off of my seat.
Yeah, I was away for that.
That was no exaggeration. That was something.
Yeah.
So we're in Chicago. Our other gate was on the very opposite side, so we did a quick run through the airport. Got over here. We're slightly delayed, so we're just having some lunch, recording a segment for the All the Book Show podcast. Anything else you want to add before we say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. It's been an honor podcasting for you.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to end it, or do we want to do one more when we touch the ground in Rochester?
No, let's end it.
All right.
There's nothing to say about Rochester.
That's right. Okay. So we're embarking on the final leg of our trip. We'll be back next week when we talk about the Youth Media Awards with our children's librarian, Kate Miller. And I guess that's it. You want to say goodbye?
That's it. Bye, everybody.
See you then.
We survived. We made it. We lived. That's all.